Hello, everyone. It's Friday, February 16th. You can just imagine lots and lots going on, from the session to maybe even some other new announcements on more job opportunities coming to West Virginia, but that's a ways down the road. And we just met with a group that has a very interesting project, and we'll get more to that later on. I got to talk to you about this Cleveland Cliffs thing in Weirton, and gosh, you talk about something that just blindsided us all. Just a cannonball to the stomach. That's all there is to it. 900 jobs in Weirton, and Cleveland Cliffs is closing. Now, let me tell you, I'll promise you with all my soul, we will do any and everything we possibly can in the governor's office and with all my folks in every way to try to help and do something about this terrible situation, for 900 of our great workers in this great state. Now, I know it really doesn't seem to matter a whole lot, but at the same time, you've got to understand the situation. There was a decision by the United States International Trade Commission. 4 people, as I understand it. 3 of them appointed by President Obama. They voted unanimously, but basically what they were voting for was, in order for this plant to run, that's just plain all there is to it. They don't have the luxury maybe of labor that's $2 an hour, But basically what is going on, as I understand it, is China is funneling product to Germany and Canada. And basically this International Trade Commission, these 4 people that aren't elected by anybody, they're just appointed. And of these 4 people, 3 of them are Obama appointments. And basically they just said, for this plant to survive, the rolls of tin and everything that are coming in from Germany and Canada carried a tariff. And they're saying, nope, we're not going to have a tariff on it. Well, at the end of the day, that the problem with that is exactly why President Trump is so unbelievably popular, and because he gets it exactly right. First and foremost, in this country, should we not look after America first? America first, and our workers first. 900 workers here, from absolutely our steel workers, unionized, our steel workers. Really important, really, really important. All of our workers are really important, but for God's sakes of living, this is just awful beyond belief. I promise you that we'll be sending, our economic development team. We'll do that immediately and everything. We have an economic development task force that'll move as rapidly as possible. We have Workforce West Virginia, their quick response team. We'll have both of those agencies or both of those teams on site immediately and everything to help in every way. But at the end of the day, and I don't know that there's a thing in the world that we can do, but my dad would have always said, damn you, son, there's always something you can do, and you better damn well always remember that. And that's what we'll do. We'll try. Sometimes we're not successful, in trying because, we're handcuffed. Just to tell it like it is, you've got 4 people that aren't elected by anybody. They're on this International Trade Commission. They're allowing this product to come from Canada and Germany into the United States, no tariff on it and everything. And lo and behold, God be my witness, I know as well as I'm sitting here, the product is flowing through Germany and Canada from China. It's no good. It's no good. I promise you we'll do everything we can possibly do, but boy, it's a real blow right here. I'm going to give you an update on Baby Dog. She's doing really good. You know, she's got half of her back and butt end shaved and you know, a pretty good size incision on, you know, they operated on her left leg first. You know, Dr. Lance down at the Virginia Tech Vet School and everything did a really nice job. People there were great, you know, and everything. She, naturally, when she got home, you know, we got her loaded in the vehicle and I picked her up and everything. Of course, I was down there at the surgery and stayed right there and everything. And then Tuesday night, I had to come back home from the standpoint that it was the senior night on our girls basketball team. And of course, I absolutely, you know, need to be there for those kids and everything. And in touch with them all night long. She was in intensive care all night and everything. Next day, able to pick her up. She's doing really good and everything. Picked her up, and I've got to tell you this real quick, but we got her in the vehicle and I got her to the house and everything. When I got her to the house, you know, because she can't walk, there's no way. You know, the only way you could get her in the house is carry her. And so State Trooper was with me, David Hill, and, you know, David knows her really well, and they're buddies. And then, you know, Baby Dog loves everybody. I mean, good gosh, Baby Dog, you could almost saw her leg off, and she'd just lay there and everything. But David went over to pick Baby Dog up, and Baby Dog was a tiger. I mean, she was really in pain, and she was, and so to make a long story short, I had to hold the front end of Baby Dog, and David hold the back end, and we got her into the house and everything because she didn't like David being around her, but amazingly, she's, you know, see, the bad thing is the other leg won't work anyway. So she can't hold herself up because the other leg, the ACL, is blown in it too. So anyway, we're gonna get the other one fixed, you know, probably in 6 or 8 weeks. But you know, I did stop on the way home. I stopped at Pearisburg on the way home and got Baby Dog 4 chicken nuggets, and so she ate that, and she's doing okay. She's doing pretty good. So anyway, again, thank y'all for all the prayers and kind words. You know, she's really done a lot of stuff for all of us, especially me. But like I said so many times, she makes us smile, and absolutely she loves everybody. And at a time through all this COVID stuff, we sure needed that. And so she'll be well, and she'll be back soon. And thank you again for your prayers and your thoughts. Ann Erling. She's been a superstar for me in my administration forever and a day. And what she's been able to do with the water and sewer grants and everything is take $10 and parlay it into $10,000 with federal match and all kinds of stuff, and us be able to do more and more projects in West Virginia. She's done all kinds of incredible work as our Deputy Chief of Staff and everything. So I'm thrilled today to announce the appointment of my Deputy Chief of Staff, Ann Erling, to the position of the Interim Inspector General for the Departments of Health, Human Services, and Health Facilities. You know, like I said, I don't know how in the world, you know, I could pick anybody to do a better job, because she can make a penny go a long ways, and she absolutely will make sure that everything is done correctly and right. I am blessed to tell you this, that I've asked her to remain as a member of my office as a senior advisor throughout the duration of my administration, and I think that Ann will do that. And so I wish her the greatest, because that's a superstar right there. And don't you forget it. That is a superstar. So Ann, thank you for all you've done. The Elk Visitor Center project, you know, has been awarded, and so we're ready to begin the construction of the Tomlin Wildlife Management Area for a visitor center and elk viewing platform in Logan County. You know, we recently awarded a $6.7 million contract to the Marsh Weston Company of Morgantown for this groundbreaking project, and you know, it'll be good, and the construction will kick off this spring, and the anticipated grand opening will be in 2025, and you know, these magnificent animals, we're reintroducing them back into West Virginia, and good gracious sakes of living, it is majestic beyond belief, so that's good news right there. Get this, in this operations Rest in Peace Potholes, you know, which, you know, I give Brian Abraham the credit on that one, my chief of staff. He came up with the title and everything, and I love it. But get this, you know, our DOH and road crews has patched more than 12,500 potholes across this state. And we're continuing to do it and do it and do it. This weather is helping us out and everything. And so we're able to get some hot asphalt and everything and get it out there. But 12,500 potholes are now fixed, and we're just going to stay after it until we get them all. You know, I've got to tell you this real quick, that our women's basketball team at WVU and our women's basketball team at Marshall are kicking butt. And I love it. I love it to death. You know, the Mountaineers are 21-3. You know, they host number 18, Oklahoma, on Saturday. And, you know, and the Marshall team under Kim Caldwell, Kim was Kim Stevens always to me. And, but Kim is doing an unbelievable job. Marshall's 18-6 or 12-1 in their Sun Belt competition. I mean, it is, you know, they play on Saturday, they play Old Dominion, but both of them, it's big time congratulations to both of them. Just keep it up, ladies, because y'all are doing a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job in representing this great state. So we congratulate the WVU women's team and the Marshall women's team. Other thing I have is you need to pay attention to Baby Dog now. You need to really pay attention. You know, a few years back and everything, she almost hit the score right on the head on the Super Bowl. She told you who was going to win the game when she picked, you know, that the Chiefs were going to win the game. She got the score a little bit off, but not too bad. She said 31-17. The Chiefs won 25-22, and you know, but all that being said, it was an incredible game. Now, the only thing, you know, that I would add is just to do this. Keep those in your thoughts and prayers, you know, for that terrible shooting that happened, you know, when the Chiefs were celebrating. I don't know what's wrong with people, for crying out loud, you know, but keep them in your prayers. Keep them in your thoughts, please. Okay, I want to announce that the Tri-State Cold Cats, you know, are coming. You know, our state's newest Appy League baseball team, and the Tri-State Cold Cats will call their home this up and coming season at the Jack Cook Field down at Marshall, and you know, so we're all really excited about that, and we wish them the very best, and we'll try to get down there and kick this whole thing off. You know, by that time, and I don't know when that'll be, but I don't know exactly when it'll be, but Baby Dog may be up and ready and everything come down. Who knows? She may be able to throw out a first pitch, but for sure, if you got some hot dogs, she won't eat much of a hot dog because I don't feed her that, you know, much. But maybe you got a chicken sandwich. She'll eat the chicken sandwich. Anyway, I've got another winter storm that's on the way. You know, we haven't had much of a winter. We've been really blessed there and everything. The weather's been phenomenal. It's an incredible day in West Virginia today, but at our higher elevations, we're expecting 4 to 6 inches of snow real soon, and we're also in our lowlands expecting 1 to 6 inches. So travel into Saturday morning could be, challenging. So watch and let's just stay on our toes, West Virginia, and we'll get through the winter. And before we know it, we'll turn around and the Robins will be back, and there'll be a celebration that spring will be here with summer on the way. So that's all I've got for today.
All right, thank you, Governor. We'll now go to questions from members of the media. The first today from Charles Young with WV News.
Hi, this is Charles Young with WV News. Governor, yesterday Commissioner Marshall talked about the process of phasing down the National Guard in our correctional facilities. He gave an updated timeline from what you had projected in your State of the State address, now saying the goal is to get them out by April or May. I was wondering if you plan to lift the state of emergency around the same time the last of those folks is out of there. Thank you.
Charles, I need to have some more conversations with Billy in regard to that and everything, but it is amazing, whether we lift the state of emergency or whatever, we've really done an amazing job in getting classes through and achieving, our correctional officers the numbers that we need, and you got to give Billy and a lot of people a lot of credit. They've done an amazing job, and I keep going back to this, and I'm not casting any stones, but just to be super fair now, last two sessions, I've sent it up and said we got to do something here, we need more funding, we need to put a little money into this, we need to do that and everything, and we kind of got shot down, but and so we probably should have started this, really realistically, at least, probably at least 2 years ago, or we'd have been better off to have done it last year. And so, but it's, it's done, it's moving and everything. We're going to celebrate, where we are. And so that's good. But, nevertheless, as far as the state of emergency, I want to talk to our people a little bit more about that one.
All right. Thanks, Charles. Next to Mark Curtis with Nexstar Media.
Good afternoon, Governor, and everyone else. Governor, as I'm sure you're aware of now, Senator Joe Manchin announced today that he will not be running for president on a third-party ticket. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on that. There were a couple of schools of thought on the thing that he might pull so many Democrats away from President Biden, he would reassure the election of President Trump. On the other hand, there were those that thought that he and a moderate Republican on the ticket might pull the never-Trumpers, the more moderate to liberal Republicans, away and assure that they wouldn't vote for President Trump. And so, I suppose it's a mixed bag, but I'm just wondering your thoughts about Senator Manchin announcing that he is not going to run for president, what the consequences may be.
Well, Mark, first, let me just say just this. There's a lot of this stuff that, I think are probably to some degree maybe even what's wrong. Everybody's trying to position themselves. Everybody wants something. Everybody's, I hate to say it, but in a lot of ways, everybody's playing the game. I've really never done that. I try with all in me, and I'm very proud to say, I challenge you. I challenge the media all the time. Find something that I knowingly have told you that is not the truth. I'm not going to do that. And I make mistakes just like everybody does all the time. But in this situation, I know that Senator Manchin, that's been a desire. Probably it hadn't worked out. From the standpoint of, could he, if he ran on a no labels ticket as an independent and whatever like that, could he have pulled more votes away from Trump or more votes away from Biden? I would tell you, without any question in the world, he would pull more votes away from Biden. I think President Trump's going to win. I'm going to celebrate that when he wins, and I hope to goodness we'll get our country headed back on the right direction. I think the direction we're going now is crazy land stuff, just one right after another. It's the very reason that I decided to run for the Senate, because I knew I could win. at the with all that, Senator Manchin decided, nope, I don't want any part of that. I'm out of that. And really, at the end of the day, then the next thing that happened right behind all that is just my feelings. Mark, Senator Manchin, if he were running against me, if he were running against anyone in the state of West Virginia, would be very formidable. And I wish Joe and Gail the very best. Gail was just, in a car accident. I wish them the very, very best in every way. I don't want to sit around and talk to you about, what if, and everybody trying to one-up one another and everything. My God, we need to one-up America. That's all there is to it to me. I mean, we just need to one-up Toby and Edith and help them. This business of trying to do something for us is ridiculous to me. But I can tell you this, here's exactly, and to answer your question more right on the money, here's what would happen. If Joe Manchin ran as an independent, there are so many people that are out there that are on the Biden train today only because of one thing. For whatever reason, and they're wrong, they're terribly wrong, they don't like President Trump. They would vote for Baby Dog in a split second if they had any choice in the world other than President Trump, because they just don't like President Trump. But they'd vote for Biden because they don't like President Trump. If Joe Manchin were running, absolutely, it would take a ton of votes away from Biden. Joe's probably heard from his party over and over and over that he would absolutely hurt President Biden, and that probably weighed in a whole lot on this decision. Now, from the other side, from it taking votes away from Trump, I mean, really, in all honesty, the amount of pulling the strong supporters away from President Trump's base, that ain't gonna happen much. That's all there is to it. So at the end of the day, I think Joe getting out, probably got out at the guidance of a lot of Democrats that were pushing him, in a lot of different ways. But I have no idea any of the details. But I do go back to just this. Let's always be appreciative and grateful to all those that were able to step up and be our leaders and be our elected officials. And let's just pray for the goodness of all of them. And I surely appreciate your prayers for me, but also, Gail in her accident, I hope she's doing great. That's all I got.
All right, thanks, Mark. Next to Curtis Johnson with WSAZ.
Hey, good afternoon, Governor. Great to talk to you today. For weeks, I've been reporting on the lack of ambulance service in Wayne County. One woman becoming unresponsive and dying at her home. Another man with chest pains, his family forced to drive him to the hospital. And just Wednesday, a 17-year-old boy dying. In all three instances, there was no ambulance available from the nearest station. Wayne County commissioners are moving to put an excess levy on the May ballot. But even if it passes, they won't see the first dollar until July 2025. With that said, what can the state do to help? The crisis is growing and people are dying. What resources can the state provide to help Wayne County? Could the National Guard even be a possibility?
Okay, Curtis, let me try to answer this the best I can. First of all, this responsibility lies with Wayne County. There's no question it lies with Wayne County. Can the state help? I'm going to try. I'm going to try with all in me. What I'm going to do is call in the Wayne County Commission, get the right people in the room, see if we can, look at their budgeting or whatever they're doing, for countywide, and see if there's something that can be done. The problem is really simple. and I don't know this concretely, but let's just assume that 54 out of 55 counties are handling this. And really, we do know that there was a excess levy or whatever, that was put up in 2018 or 19 or whenever it was in Wayne County, and the voters voted it down, substantially voted it down, 65 to, whatever, 45 or what, it can't be that, but 65, 35, I don't know exactly what it was. But with all that being said, we're going to try, but really and truly, at the end of the day, this responsibility lies with the county commission and lies with the county, and if you don't watch out, you're going to open the floodgates, all across the state for all counties, and then all of a sudden the state's going to be my brother's keeper on everything. And really and truly, this is not the responsibility of the state. But literally, we can't, just like you would say, Curtis, we can't have a 17-year-old die, or a lady die because there's no ambulance services. I mean, we got to do something to try to find a way to do something to help out. But we can't do all for all the time. But we'll make an effort. We'll make an effort.
All right, thanks, Curtis. Governor, back to you.
Okay. Biggest news that I have without any questions, the Cleveland Cliffs situation of 900 folks in Weirton, and so please keep all those folks in your prayers, and we're gonna give it every single thing we got, in regard to that. And I'm just seeing if I've got anything else, that's big that I've gone over. We're on the roads, and again, I thank you for your prayers in regard to Baby Dog. She's doing pretty daggum good, and so anyway, thank you so much. God bless all of you.